She once walked away from the royal family, claiming the life was unbearable. But now, sources say Meghan Markle has secretly reached back toward the palace. Why now? Why after years of tension and public fallout? Some claim it's about family, others believe it's about image and survival. Whatever the reason, this alleged move has reignited questions about loyalty, power, and the future of Harry and Meghan's story. Reports suggest Meghan's first step in this secret outreach wasn't to King Charles or Prince William, but to Kate Middleton. According to sources, Meghan allegedly reached out to the Princess of Wales in hopes of finding a way back into royal good graces. Some insiders claim she asked Kate for support, perhaps even to smooth the path with the palace. But here's where it gets complicated. Kate, now under immense pressure herself while balancing royal duties and personal health challenges, is said to have kept her distance. For years, the tension between Meghan and Kate has been one of the most talked about rifts in the royal family. So why would Meghan choose Kate, of all people, as her alleged lifeline? Some royal watchers believe Meghan knows that winning over Kate could be the only real way to soften the palace stance. Others suggest this is less about rebuilding bonds and more about optics, painting Meghan as the one trying to reconcile. While Meghan was allegedly making moves to reach out, Buckingham Palace was holding its own secret meetings. Reports claim senior aides discussed whether Harry and Meghan's royal titles should finally be stripped if their behavior crosses another line. For the palace, the issue isn't just about family, it's about protecting the monarchy's image worldwide. Behind the scenes, some advisors allegedly argued that keeping the titles gives the Sussexes leverage they continue to use in Hollywood. Others warned that removing them could create even more controversy. Either way, the fact that such meetings were even taking place shows just how fragile the situation has become. And if Meghan really has been reaching out to the palace, the timing is striking. Was she aware of these discussions? Was her alleged call a defensive move, trying to secure her family's royal ties before the palace could act? It wasn't just Meghan making headlines. Sources say Harry himself has been making quiet attempts to reconnect with palace aides. Reports claim he even agreed to a discreet meeting with King Charles' senior PR team, a surprising move considering how openly critical he's been in recent years. Why would Harry do this? Some insiders believe it's about protecting his long-term position within the family. Others suggest he's worried about the couple's Hollywood ventures struggling and sees reconnecting with the monarchy as a safety net. What's clear is that these behind-the-scenes conversations hint at cracks in the couple's public stance. They once said there was no way back. But now the question is, are they quietly trying to build one? Even as Meghan allegedly reaches out, her history inside the palace continues to cast a shadow. Former staff members have painted a divided picture. Some described her as warm and engaging, while others claimed she ignored protocol and created friction. One claim that stirred headlines was that Meghan's informal, affectionate style, like frequent hugs, clashed with royal traditions. Some aides even suggested she had a messiah complex, believing she could reshape the monarchy on her own terms. And then there were the rumors, later denied, of awkward moments between Meghan and Prince William that fueled whispers of tension at the very top. These stories, true or exaggerated, still linger in the public memory, and they raise a crucial question. Even if Meghan wants back in, would the palace, or the people who worked with her, ever truly open the door? What makes Meghan's story so divisive is how differently people see her. Some insiders remember her as warm, approachable, and willing to connect in ways the royal family often struggled to. They say she brought a fresh energy, breaking down barriers and showing a human side to the monarchy. But others paint a starkly different picture. To them, Meghan disrupted traditions, dismissed long-standing customs, and clashed with staff who weren't ready for her pace or style. Books and insider accounts suggest that these conflicts built up over time, fueling resentment on both sides. This split image, admired by some, criticized by others, is exactly what makes any talk of reconciliation so explosive. Because for Meghan to step back into royal circles, she'd have to confront both the glowing support and the lingering hostility that still surrounds her name. As whispers of Meghan's secret outreach circulate, she's also been busy reshaping her public image. In 2025, she launched her lifestyle series on Netflix, With Love, Meghan, a show centered on family, food, and personal wellness. On the surface, it's a warm, relatable series, offering glimpses into moments of connection, childhood memories, and celebratory traditions. Sources say the series also includes subtle nods to the royal family, hinting at her ongoing connection and knowledge of their routines without being overt. But some insiders suggest this is more than just lifestyle content. Allegedly, the timing is strategic. With reports of tension between her and Palisades resurfacing, the series may be designed to soften her image at exactly the moment when public perception could impact her relationship with the royals. By showcasing moments of family togetherness and thoughtful gestures, like preparing festive treats or recalling cherished memories, the series creates the illusion of closeness and continuity, echoing qualities she was previously accused of neglecting. Critics argue that this carefully curated content positions Meghan as both familiar and aspirational, the relatable figure who still has a link to the monarchy. Meanwhile, supporters celebrate her autonomy and creativity, seeing the show as a genuine expression of her life and passions. Either way, this pivot strengthens her narrative, subtly reinforcing her alleged palace outreach. It's a dual strategy: reconnect publicly through media while quietly attempting to rebuild private ties. The move also raises questions about intent. Is the show merely entertainment, or is it part of a broader plan to regain influence and control over how the world sees Meghan and Harry? And if these outreach efforts are indeed happening behind the scenes, the Netflix series could serve as a soft bridge, reminding the public and palace insiders alike of the couple's cultural relevance, charm, and media power. This is why Meghan's story remains so compelling. Every media appearance, every show, and every reported outreach attempt feeds into a larger, ongoing narrative, one that blurs the lines between personal ambition, public image, and family reconciliation. And as we move toward the final part of this story, it becomes clear that the stakes aren't just about entertainment, they're about influence, legacy, and the future of the Sussex brand. So, what does all of this really mean for Meghan, Harry, and the royal family? Sources say that Meghan's alleged secret outreach, combined with Harry's quieter, behind-the-scenes moves, paints a picture of a couple trying to balance multiple, often conflicting pressures. On one hand, there's the personal side, family ties, childhood memories, and the desire for approval or acceptance from senior royals. On the other hand, there's the public side, Hollywood projects, lifestyle branding, and maintaining a level of influence that keeps them relevant in an ever-hungry media landscape. Reports suggest that every small gesture, a discreet call to Kate, a meeting with Palace PR, or even a subtle reference in her Netflix series, is strategically designed. The goal seems to be to keep doors open, while also managing how the world sees them. Some royal insiders allegedly see these moves as calculated, a form of narrative control, while supporters argue they are natural efforts to reconcile and heal old wounds. Either way, the effect is dramatic. It keeps Meghan and Harry in headlines, social feeds, and conversations around the globe. The palace, according to sources, remains cautious. They have witnessed attempts at rapprochement before, and trust, once strained, is notoriously difficult to rebuild. There are whispers that advisors continue to debate the couple's royal titles and the boundaries of their privileges, weighing public perception against family unity. Meanwhile, the public watches every subtle interaction, every reported gesture, and every media appearance, dissecting meaning and motive. This attention amplifies even the smallest move into headline news, a cycle that Meghan and Harry are fully aware of. Allegedly, Meghan's Netflix pivot from personal storytelling to lifestyle content is part of this layered strategy. Shows highlighting family, tradition, and cherished memories don't just entertain, they subtly reinforce her connection to the monarchy. Even small details, like recreating childhood treats or referencing family holidays, are loaded with symbolism for both audiences and palace insiders. Sources say this dual approach, blending public media with private outreach, allows Meghan to maintain visibility while potentially softening the palace's stance toward her. And yet, the tension remains. Insider accounts portray Meghan as both admired and controversial. Some staff praise her warmth and innovative energy. Others criticize her for challenging long-standing traditions and protocols. These conflicting narratives create a complex backdrop for any alleged reconciliation. They suggest that even if doors open, Meghan will need to navigate not only the family dynamics, but also the scrutiny of millions watching every move. Ultimately, this story isn't just about family drama. It's about influence, media strategy, and public perception. Every move Meghan and Harry make, whether it's a Netflix series, a discreet phone call, or a festive gesture aimed at tradition, ripples far beyond the palace walls. The stakes are enormous. They involve reputation, legacy, and the delicate balance of personal relationships under constant public gaze. So, what happens next? Will Meghan and Harry manage to rebuild bridges, even partially within the royal family? Or will these gestures remain symbolic, serving more to keep their story in the spotlight than to genuinely reconnect? According to sources, the answer is still unfolding. Every new development, every media appearance, and every insider account adds another layer of intrigue to a story that continues to captivate millions worldwide. One thing is certain, the narrative of Meghan Markle is far from over. It's a story of ambition, strategy, family, and media influence, a living, evolving drama that continues to unfold in real time. And as the world watches, every step she and Harry take will be dissected, debated, and turned into conversation. For anyone following the royal family, this alleged secret outreach is not just another headline. It's a chapter in a story that blends personal life, public image, and the global fascination with one of the most scrutinized couples of our time.